Hey, what's up everybody, Just Jargon here, and I don't always ask this, but if you could please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 94 subscribers by the end of the year. If I don't, it's fine, but it's just a goal of mine. And today, I'm going to be reacting to a video that one of my friends made. I DM'd him recently, and he likes my YouTube channel, so he decided to make this little video for me. So without further ado, let's watch. And...
Hey, what's up everyone, Reactor here, and welcome to my channel. I don't normally ask this, but if you're new here and you can, please subscribe and look as cool as I do. Okay, so the moment I've been expecting since the day I created my YouTube channel has finally arrived.
Just Jargon
Is a friend of mine. I decided I had to make a video about this. Right now, I want to go over some of the ridiculous stuff that
Just Jargon
I may or may not have done in the past. 1. Being a reaction channel. 2. Siphoning the creativeness from actual people who are working hard and spending money to make videos.
Yeah.
And what's worse, this guy did it over 500 times. This guy seriously has no shame. Disregard all of that because it doesn't matter. I kind of didn't care. I know what you're probably thinking. Every time a YouTuber mentions another YouTuber in an unfriendly way, it could be considered bullying. Fuck you, and you, and you, and you, and you. We're friends. YouTube thinks it doesn't need its content creators anymore because they have TV networks using them now. But without
Just Jargon,
YouTube is just Vimeo with shittier video quality. So that's it for the video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.
Huh, that was pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. But something feels off. I'm not sure quite what. You know, this guy's friends with Eliab. Maybe I should look into this. In my last video, I exposed Mumkey Jones's true identity as the Isla Vista shooter known as Elliot Rodger. I combed through Mumkey Jones's entire career and pointed out clues that proved it to be entirely fabricated. But any decent anime connoisseur may have noticed that my adaptation left out a fairly important part of the manga, that being the legendary Reactor. Some might believe that he has little involvement due to him having been acquainted with Mumkey only after his transformation. This, however, is not the case. He clearly has a lot of contact with Eliab, and it's unlikely that Eliab's team would have allowed Reactor to get as close as he has with the looming risk of Eliab's secret getting out. Although, we know he isn't one of Eliab's members because his second channel was created on October 12th of 2014, which was less than 5 months after the Day of Retribution. This proves that he isn't part of Elliot's group. After all, Eliab's team didn't start making YouTube channels until 2016. Eliab's personal channels are evidence of this. All of them were conceived in 2016. So that's out too. I stated in my last video that Eliab had surrounded himself with robots, but this was only after his death, which had occurred only after Reactor's first appearances on YouTube. So if he isn't a normal person, and he isn't one of Eliab's lackeys or robots, what is he? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the answer might be surprising. If you look at his channel, you can determine many clues that hint at his affiliations. Reactor is a satirical reaction channel who's since branched out to other types of things. He started this channel in early 2016 by uploading satirical reaction videos, which at this point didn't appear satirical in the slightest. Ironically, in trying to be the worst reaction channel ever, he ended up being just like the rest of them. He made his first videos with little to no interruptions until he made the mistake of watching Eliab's Bigata H Kai review. 11 days after doing so, Eliab himself descended down from his perch and made fun of him directly.
Teen is illegal, so
He whipped up a reaction video of his own reacting to Reactor's video and called them out on his less than legal copyright actions.
Because I worked really hard to sit in this chair and watch somebody else's video, so I deserve lots of likes and comments and stuff for that. I'm gonna go buy a Superman hat because it makes you look really cool.
But in an ultimate twist of fate, Reactor made a reaction video to that video. Oh boy! But when he realized Eliab was making fun of him, he quickly became upset and cried. Wow. Even going as far as to say he would never make videos again, only to make one the very next day.
Oh shit!
Although, his satirical ways were revealed when Eliab pointed out clear hints that he was fake. For full details, see Eliab's video. After this, however, they actually became friends, with Mumkey vowing to help him in his valiant trolling efforts. Wonder what that feels like.
A few days later, I contacted Reactor via YouTube Messenger and asked if he would like to do a live stream with me so that we could sort out our differences. We did, but unfortunately, the channel that hosted the live stream was deleted a few months later.
But after having fooled even Eliab himself, the almighty Reactor continued his autistic adventures. He made several more reaction videos with various gags tossed in. For the most part, these included making a Jinx compilation, reacting to Jinx's videos, and then making a reaction to the Jinx compilation he had made.
Oh shit!
The explanation as to why Jinx was targeted is touched upon during a live stream he participated in with Eliab.
Jinx, the reaction channel, the actual reaction channel, stole one of my videos and reacted to it, and then gave credit for the video. He gave credit to the Facebook page that stole it from me. So it was like a chain of theft. So I tweeted at him and I was like, hey, how about you give me credit and everything's cool then? And he just kind of ignored me. So I was like, okay, reaction channels are easy. I could do this. So I set out to, I targeted Jinx. That's my point.
Aside from Jinx, there were little things he did in his videos as well that hinted at his trolling efforts. Some of these included him placing a dildo underneath his pillow, hanging various items on his wall in bed, and even making a video where he covered up his own reaction. This one had me in tears. But he reached the precipice when he managed to troll Grade A Under A himself by piecing together a fake shoutout video from Grade's other videos.
One of my favourite YouTube channels is Reactor, right? Despite what they say, this guy is fucking genius. Your videos do show your reactions, but they're fucking genius, right?
He managed to get this video on the front page of Reddit and put it as an ad on Grade's channel. Oh boy. He was then thrown in jail when Grade sued him for it. Eliab confirms this when he makes a video on Reactor's channel and links an article to the Huffington Post. It's gone now, but why would someone lie about something like that? Eliab also confirms that Reactor and Grade were childhood friends, meaning that the video Grade made was legit after all, and apparently not something that Reactor had just whipped up as a quick means to get attention. Huh.
Grade A, Under A, and Reactor, they used to be really good friends. They were childhood friends. They grew up together.
This lawsuit led to Reactor's channel being inactive for over a year, but then that bloody genius managed to break out of prison and start making videos again. And by this point, he'd switch up his content to satirical vlogging. He pretty much ceased his elaborate trolling, or at least hasn't done anything extreme in a while, other than petty crimes and such. This saga of his channel was much more entertaining and really showed Reactor at his best. He's done a variety of entertaining stuff that I strongly recommend you check out for yourself. One of my favorites is when he taught me to see if my girlfriend was cheating on me.
Number 10. When you text them and they don't respond right away, it's a pretty good sign that they're ignoring you on purpose. The rule of thumb is that if it takes them longer than 30 seconds to respond, they're probably cheating on you.
Okay, never mind. Don't go to his channel, don't subscribe, and definitely don't comment saying that JustJargon was seeing other people anyway.
Oh shit!
He even battled Eliab in a watch time competition not too long ago. Eliab won.
Well, you might have more views than me, buddy, but you don't got more watch time minutes. I'm sitting at 254,285. I fucking destroyed you.
What?
However, all this raises more questions than answers. As I stated, there's no way Eliab's team would have allowed Reactor to get close enough to risk the exposure of Eliab's true identity. This is why I believe after Reactor made his video reacting to Mumkey's Bigata H Kai review, he was approached by Eliab's team and paid to keep quiet about anything he'd learned. This is clear by the fact that right after Reactor made his video, he upgraded his set and the quality of his videos increased. This is likely where most of the $25 he was paid went. But in spite of this, our Lord and Savior Reactor continued making videos for the next several weeks that made Eliab's team increasingly nervous. It's likely that his further reactions with Eliab caused him to learn more and increase how much the team needed to pay him to keep quiet. This was only made worse by the fact that Grade A Under A made his video giving Reactor a shoutout. The two are confirmed by Eliab to be lifelong friends, so it's likely that Grade only reacted strongly because he learned what Reactor knew about Eliab and tried as hard as he could to cover up the fact that Reactor and him were friends. It was the only way he could keep himself safe from Eliab's team. But as Reactor continued to push back to reclaim their friendship by showing that they're not so different after all, Eliab's team had had enough. I assert that they tracked his location after he forgot to use incognito mode and kidnapped him by using the Grade A drama as a smokescreen. Eliab himself made a video about this, which makes it clear that Eliab's team had already hacked Reactor's channel as well. They then lied to Eliab by claiming that Reactor was in prison, and by doing so they were able to pin the whole thing on the only other person who knew the truth. Grade A Under A. With Reactor's channel in their control and Grade scared off of YouTube, Reactor himself was the only loose end. He clearly isn't dead due to him appearing in uploads since this, and his reappearance is explained in the prison escape video as part of the Reactor cinematic universe. The most likely explanation is the Reactor was taken to a secure facility where his brain was removed and swapped out with one of Eliab's lackeys so that they could seize control of his channel without anybody noticing. This process would obviously have been fatal, leaving his body temporarily dead before a new consciousness could be put in. But as I've stated before, the 2-year gap is about how long it takes to bring someone back to life. It fits time-wise. All they had to do from there was stage the prison escape video to set up a logical explanation as to why he returned, then begin making videos again with no worries of the truth getting out. In fact, I'll bet he only wears that band-aid to cover the scars from the surgery.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm gonna respond to some Band-Aid comments right now, but before we get into that...
I mean, I don't even think that's actually his merch at all. Some might say, Reactor is satirical. Nothing he says is meant to be taken seriously. Well, you know what? That's just part of the plan. What better way to hide than in plain sight? If he convinced everybody not to take him seriously, then nobody would think twice about any...
Who the hell is JustJargon? I don't think you can prove any of that.
Every slip-up could be passed off as another layer to the infinite complexity of Reactor's brand of humor. He did the YouTube equivalent of pleading the fifth. He knew that discrediting himself as a source would be the only way to ensure that Eliab's true identity would never be revealed. How can you make a serious accusation against someone who is never serious? He even told me to make him look bad in the video I was making. He was hoping I'd pile onto it, that I'd make a fool of him and never suspect what was really happening. He probably only made that shout-out video to get to me. Well, it's not gonna work. But it goes deeper. I believe Reactor isn't just one of Eliab's lackeys, he's the man behind it all. Only the person in charge would have been able to manipulate Eliab into making another video on the matter over a year later, thus promoting the channel and putting more pressure on Grade A Under A to stay hidden. This is because the leader actually has a secret desire to be a YouTuber, but lacked the means to do so. But once the real Reactor was gone, he was able to step into his shoes and use Eliab's team to begin making videos with higher production quality. It's no coincidence that this increase in production quality only occurred after Reactor's 2-year hiatus. Who else would orchestrate something like that? There's no other explanation as to why this would happen. How could I have been so blind? Eliab was just the beginning. They knew the only way to rebuild his social media empire was to start a community made up of mind-swapped YouTubers all working together in tandem to further a common goal. What was once the team that orchestrated the retrieval and resurrection of Eliab O'Cloud
I'm not worried.
is now an international organization swapping out minds of media figures across the world. Reactor stands at the forefront, pulling the strings for the most elaborate puppet show on the planet. Oh! So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, rating, and subscribe if you... Wait a second. Did you see that?
Awesome!
Awesome!
Oh no. No! How did I not see this? It was right in front of us the whole time! We just didn't notice! I've gotta tell the world that—
This is fucking annoying. I don't know why you people are—
Yeah. I'm not worried.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Just Jargon, faggot. $5 well spent.